though, help Christians see this relational component, as you've already alluded to? This is vitally important. Transformation doesn't happen without the Spirit working through the Word of God, but also in the people that we're interacting with as this goes on. How do we help people to see, and not only see it, but to actually embody, to make this part of who they are, so that when they go into church or they're interacting with church, that they're not just coming in, getting goods and services and leaving? How do we help people to see this and really bring it home, that they can understand and embody it?
Well, I have a hard time explaining this. So if I don't make it clear, let me know. A lot of this is rooted in attachment theory, and also something that Kevin Lehman and Jim Wilder and a bunch of folks, Marcus, talks about attachment in Emmanuel, the Emmanuel process. It's really learning to be connected first with God, attached to God, because who or what you love. Words are hard for me today. Who or what we love most affects what we become. And that's true in our character as much as anything. So if we want to become disciples, we really need to be aware of who or what we love. We all have addictions. We all have things that we're passionate about, but we're not always aware of the motivations of those things. So to really understand this love God has for us, and to care to be connected with him just on the most basic level, first and foremost, is a really sweet, simple thing that anyone can do. I think I was going to say I was probably the most abusive to myself, but abusive is too strong of a word. I just think I neglected myself, and neglect is a part of abuse. It's a part of trauma for a lot of people, but I just was not taught in church to pay any attention to my emotional world or my what my body was trying to tell me. And reading books like The Body Keeps the Score, and becoming aware of all the different processes of your brain and how your breathing can be affected by, or can affect different parts of your central nervous system, really simple processes and things that the mindfulness movement has raised to the forefront and the church seems to be a little timid about. Those kinds of things have been really helpful to me to realize I have to be aware of my body. I have to be aware of my emotions before I can really extend compassion and empathy and connect with other people. That's the fullness of the relational part and the physiological part and the emotional part. But when you get there, I feel like I'm rambling a little bit, but I will tell you, I've come in contact, thanks to another friend of Jim Wilder's, Ed Corey, I've come in contact with what I call being grace brave. And Ed defines grace as the idea that you are special and favorite to God. And in the Western world, we're like, well, wait a minute, if you're special and you're a favorite, then I can't be. Mm-hmm. And that, God's not limited like that. But to understand grace as someone in this lofty divine position, saying, you are my most favorite. I want you to soar. I want to launch you into this life that I've created with you. That releases a bravery in me to think of, and if I'm in community where people know me and they know what lights me up and they want to champion that, I'm grace brave. I can do it. I don't care if it's art and my drawing doesn't look as good as you think it should. I'm still brave enough to put it out there and be known and tell the story behind it that might bring God glory in just the story I tell.